Pioneer homesteaders came to what was the Oregon Territory and claimed free land from the government through the Homestead Act of 1862. When pioneers first moved to an area, of most importance was a field for their crops, then a place for their animals. These were their sources of food, so the whole family had to share responsibility for their care to ensure their survival. Pioneers had to be self-sufficient. Do you know what that word means? When you go to the store and buy butter, hundreds of people have had something to do with producing that butter. In pioneer times, only the family had anything to do with making butter. They had to do all the jobs themselves, and they had to know how to take care of themselves. That's being self-sufficient, being able to take care of yourself. Do you know how butter is made? Where butter comes from is the same now as it was for pioneers, even if technology has changed how butter can be made. In order to make butter, you need cream, which you get from milking a cow. Everyone in a pioneer family would know how to milk a cow. Some people think of milking as a boy's job, but it was more frequently the women and girls of the family who learned the gentle rhythm to coax the milk from the teats. If there wasn't a calf nursing, the cow was milked 2 times a day, once in the morning and again in the evening. The raw milk from a cow needs to be strained to keep it clean. Pioneers would use cheesecloth to strain the milk into a container, like a crock. Then the milk would be placed in a cool place, like a root cellar or a stream, so the cream and milk separate. Have you ever heard the saying, "the cream rises to the top"? Well, this is where that saying comes from. When cooled, the cream rises to the top. The cream was the most important ingredient gathered from raw cow milk. It was used to make butter and cheese, both pioneer staples. One way to separate the cream from the milk is to use a skimmer. The cream could be used right away to make sweet cream butter or soured before churning. When cream is agitated or shaken up, it turns into whipped cream, and then with further agitation, breaks over and separates into butter and buttermilk. The cream is put into a churning jar or plunger churn, where it is churned for about 20 minutes until it turns into butter. The butter is placed into a wooden bowl and the buttermilk poured off. The buttermilk could be soured and used for baking, or it was given to the pigs. The butter was then washed in cold water and compressed with a wooden paddle. The butter is clean when the water is completely clear. Then, cleaned butter could be used right away, or it could be salted. Did you know that salted butter lasts longer? If not being served right away, the pioneers might put the finished butter in a butter form, then store it somewhere cold, like a root cellar. Most importantly, pioneer families did not waste. They used all the parts of the milk, whether it was for making butter or cheese, or feeding it to the animals. Now you know how pioneer families made butter. With a pint of heavy whipping cream in a jar, you can try making butter at home with your families too.